would these 100 arrests have happened with just the D.C. police and Park Police? Was there something about the president's surge that brought those arrests?
Absolutely. This is a multi-agency task force that is put forward by the president, the attorney general, our secretary of defense. There are 19 agencies that were working together across 7 districts last night. And I have some updated statistics for you. Overnight, there were 45 criminal arrests made for assault, second and first degree. There were arrests made for the distribution of illegal drugs and narcotics that have now been removed off of the streets. There were 3 illegal firearms that were seized. And in addition to that, there were 29 illegal aliens who were removed off of Washington, D.C. streets last night, many of whom had final orders of removal. So these results are happening night after night because of the efforts of this federal task force that are working alongside the Metropolitan Police Department, who agree with this effort. In fact, the Metropolitan Police Department union stated that President Trump is right to do this, that crime has been totally out of control in the city. And the residents of Washington, maybe not the journalists because they don't want to admit President Trump is right, who live here, but the residents agree. According to a Washington Post poll, 65% of D.C. residents say that crime is a very serious problem in the District of Columbia. And while Democrats want to rant and rave and coddle criminals, President Trump wants to put them behind bars. And that's what this task force is focused on doing for the next 28 days.
Karoline, I know that the president can do this for 30 days if he notifies the right committees in Congress, which he did. There were some stories the Democrats were spreading the narrative. We don't need the National Guard in there because crime has gone down around 30%, 26%, I think, this past year, and 35% the year before that. And then we heard those numbers might be inaccurate. They might be false. And some people were let go or they were suspended, right, Brian, from their jobs because of it. Can you clear that up for us? Are those numbers correct?
These numbers are absolutely correct, and we will continue to provide the American public and the press with the numbers because we're proud of these efforts. If the Democrats had their way, there would be hundreds more criminals roaming free in the streets of the District of Columbia right now. There would be hundreds of more illegal aliens who this task force has already detained and arrested, and now they are focused on deporting from our country. Those individuals would remain in the District of Columbia where they would have been free to do more harm. And that's not counting all of the would-be criminals that may have committed violent crimes and maybe taken the lives of law-abiding residents of this city, if not for the deterrence. There is a huge law enforcement presence here in our nation's capital. Just drive through the streets and you will see it, and that helps to deter crime. We saw this decades ago in New York City when it was once a safe city. The president is implementing those same law and order strategies that work. History is on our side with this, and we know the people are on our side with this, so we're going to continue to enforce our nation's laws.
Yeah, Governor Hochul put the National Guard into the subways. No one really objected to that here. Thanks so much, Karoline.
Thanks,
Appreciate it.